Hello, this is Reverend Don Lewis coming to you from beautiful Salem. And tonight our question comes to us from Earthy9999, who asks whether it is possible to mix Roman Catholicism and paganism. And there are a couple of different answers to this. And the first one is that historically people have done that for hundreds of years. The second answer, in terms of the modern community, has to be qualified by a couple of important things. And the first one is that when we use the term pagan, we're using a very wide umbrella term that refers to many different movements. And one answer does not fit all those movements. So in answering this, I must speak from the particular background that I come from, which is Correllian Wicca. The second thing, as part of this answer, is it really kind of depends on what aspects you want to mix. In general, whether Roman Catholicism or other forms of Christianity, they absolutely can be mixed with pagan and Correllian thought, and frequently are. But it depends, again, on which aspects we're talking about. Things like the philosophical ideas of love your neighbor, do unto others as you would have them do unto you, these things fit very nicely with Wiccan thought, and are very much in keeping with the Wiccan Rede. And they certainly do mix together very nicely. The idea of Jesus as a great philosopher certainly fits in to Correllian Wiccan thought, as does, for example, Confucius as a great philosopher, and many other great philosophers through history. The idea of certain figures out of what you might loosely term the Christian pantheon, such as the elemental archangels, you will occasionally find within Wiccan practice. Mother Mary as a goddess you will sometimes find in Wiccan practice. These things certainly do mix, and it's not even uncommon to find them mixed. I wouldn't call them an especially widespread phenomenon, but I wouldn't call them uncommon either. Certain other elements, however, do not mix. The idea of heaven and hell does not mix. The idea of sin does not mix. Sin, as I understand it, is a Judeo-Christian concept which has to do with distance from deity. If I understand what they mean by the term, it isn't just something that is undesirable or something that is morally objectionable, but rather it is something that separates you from deity. And in Correllian thought, you can never be separate from deity. Therefore, while there are certainly things that are bad, and certainly things that you should not do, it is not the same thing, because it does not separate you from deity. So again, what it really comes down to is how you're mixing them, what aspects you're talking about. Some things do go together, some things don't. I hope that answers your question, and until next time, may you blessed be. Hello, this is Reverend Don Lewis coming to you from beautiful Salem. And I'm very pleased to announce the brand new World of Witches Museum program book full of stories and pictures from our museum here in Salem. And you can have your very own copy for just $9.99. Find it today at witchghoulstore.com.